Here's how you can scale your SMMA to 10K per month in just 60 days. So let's get right into it. So I'm just going to assume you're completely new and your offer is $1,500 per month. Now, this is very low, and this is just an example just because I think a lot of beginners think they can charge $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and it's just not realistic. So let me just go on a more conservative example, $1,500, which means you need 7 clients to hit that 10K per month. All right. Now, the acquisition process, we got 2 sort of methods here. We got cold calling and cold DM. So for this breakdown, let's just say 7 clients, we got a 15% response rate, we got 4% book rate, a 50% show up rate, and a 20% close rate. So let me actually take you through sort of what that looks like on the cold DM side, and then I'll take you through the cold calling side as well. So let's say you send 12,000 DMs in total, right? That's what it's going to take. And that gives you 1,800 people responding at 15%, okay? From here, 4% of these 1,800 people are going to book a call, which means you're going to get a total of 70 calls. Now, let's be conservative, and it's a 50% show up rate, which means you can have 35 calls in a month, or over 2 months, or whatever it is, right? So you can have 35 calls that all show up, that are actually qualified. Now, let's just say conservatively, we're going to have a 20% close rate, which means you're going to have 7 clients. So you could do this literally within month 1. But yeah, you're sending 12,000 DMs, 15% response rate, 4% call book rate. This is pretty standard. So let me break this down, what it looks like over 2 months. So month 1, you're going to send 6,000 DMs, which is 200 per day, which means you need 4 Instagram accounts to do this. And your subscription for the software that I use is going to be $99. Okay, so you're going to get, out of the 6,000, you're going to get 900 people reply, 15%. positively. From here, you're going to book 4% of those 900, which means you're going to get 36 calls. 18 of those people will show up, which gives you 18 calls, and then you're going to close about 3.5 clients. All right. So you're going to close 7 clients in total over the 2 months, and that's just repeated month 2 as well. Now, this is something that's really important that I don't see people talk about, is the testing. So as you go through this process, we're going to be testing different scripts. So script 1 is going to be, you're going to send 500 messages doing script 1. Then the next 500 messages, you're going to use script 2, and then the next 500 messages, you're going to use script 3. And based on the responses, right, your response rate and call book rate will determine which script you double down on and actually complete this with, if that makes sense. All right. Now, same with cold calling. So obviously you're going to use 3 different scripts here. And when I say 100 calls, I mean 100 people actually answering the phone, like 100 conversations, not just 100 dials, right? This is 100 conversations. So it could be 300 dials, it could be 200 dials. I mean, it could be 500 dials. You don't know, right? So per 100 people that pick up, you're going to use different scripts, and that will determine which one you double down on and actually use for the future. All right, so let's go through the cold calling numbers. So you're going to be doing 7,000 calls. Now I'm going to be doing an average of a 1% appointment booking rate. Out of the 7,000 calls, 70 people will book an appointment with you. Now, again, let's say it's a 50% show up rate. This means you're going to get 35 calls, and then obviously a 20% close rate. Again, you're going to get 7 clients. Now let's break this down. If you're going to do this over 2 months, you're going to be doing 3,500 cold calls for the month. All right. That means you're going to be doing 115 dials every single day. Okay, 115 cold calls every single day. It will be a little bit more because that's obviously over 7 days. So maybe you could do it over 6 days. So it'll work out a little bit more, but it is doable. So then obviously 35 of those people, 1%, will book a call. 17.5 people will show up, 17 people, and then you're going to obviously sign 20% of those people, which is pretty standard. It does increase. Your show up rate and your close rate do increase with paid ads, and that's something I'll take you through in a different video But that is the process, right? And the softwares that we use is obviously Auto IGDM. And then for the dialer, we use something called Kixi. It is fantastic. You do get a 7-day free trial, and I do recommend jumping on, and they will actually help you set it up. But it is very, very expensive because you have to pay for the year up front. Now, you could do this for 1 week and just go ham on cold calling. You can upload a lead list, right? Upload a lead list here of people that have opted into marketing or something at some point. You can buy those on Fiverr or Upwork. And then what it'll do, it'll actually call between 5 and 10 people at the exact same time. And then whoever answers first, it will obviously connect you to those people. And then, the other 4 or 9 people or however many people you selected, that'll go to a voicemail, and that'll leave them an automated voicemail, and it'll also text them so they can call you back. And then obviously you can manage your pipeline here and put them in different stages. So, leads, follow-up, booked appointment, whatever it is, and then you can call those different lead lists. And the other cool thing is it will call from the area code that they're at. So obviously, like most of you guys will be in the US, you've got different area codes based on where you are, which state you're from. So, if you're in California, you're probably not going to answer a phone call from New York, as an example, right? So this dialer will recognize that that person's from California and then dial from a California number. So your pickup rate is going to be higher. Once again, you can just literally go to Kixi.com, I think it is, and you can get a free trial. You'll be able to email them, and then they'll get on a Zoom call with you, set it up. And then after a week, you can just cancel. You don't need a credit card or anything to do it. I'm not affiliated with it. I just think it's great if you're wanting to upload a big lead list and then just dial. Like if you got a lead list of like 4,000 people or something, I think it's incredibly, incredibly powerful. Otherwise, you just go through it really, really quickly. Like I had a list of like 300 people. I went through it within a day. Within a day, I was done. It's very quick to go through, but very powerful software as well. And that is how you scale to 10K per month in 60 days with your agency at an offer price of only $1,500. Now, of course, you're going to probably have a more expensive offer, but this is how you do it with cold DMs, and this is how you do it with cold calls. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want one-on-one help to set this system up for you, then please feel free to book a call using the first link in the description. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.